Good morning and God bless you, year ones. Happy first day of term 4. For our new unit of inquiry, we will be focusing on where we are in place and time. Our central idea is learning about previous generations help us to understand the relationship between the past and the present. Our key concepts are change, connection, and function. For this task today, you will have a KWL chart. You'll be filling out the 3 sections on the KWL chart. The first column with the K is what you know about the past. So what do you already know about the past? And you can write 2 or more things about what you know about the past. In the W column, you are writing down what you wonder about the past. You can write 2 or more things about what you think or what you would like to know about the past. In the third column with the L, you will write down what you have learned about the past. So over this week, we'll be reading a few books, you'll interview a parent, you'll see a few different links, and then you can write down 2 things that you have learned about the past. Once you've completed the activity, you just click the tick button. I'll show you an example of what I have done with this activity. So in the What I Know section, I've written, I know that the past is a set of events or things that occur before this present moment, so before this time. Right now, for example, I'm sitting here in my dining room talking to you, recording. But in the past, I know I would have been face to face with you teaching in a normal classroom, live in person. So that's just a comparison. That was in the past. That happened maybe term 2. And now I'm talking about right now. So things that happened in the past are what happened before or previously. Number 2, what I know is in the past, things were very different. And then I've put a little picture on the side of some objects I know about that were very different. For example, this kettle over here is what my mum used to use. One of those boil kettles on the stove with fire. Your parents or your grandparents may remember. Whereas now I use an electric kettle. Just turn on the button and it's connected to the power point. And there it goes. It's all glass. My kettle looks very, very different. The typewriter. Right now, I'm using my computer, my laptop. It's connected to the internet, but I know that my grandmother, she didn't have a lovely laptop like this. She used to write her letters on a typewriter, like one of these olden day ones. Ava, for example, has lots of toys that link to technology. So she's got Game Boys, different gadget type of toys. And I had maybe, a few teddies, maybe a little bit of Lego. I definitely didn't have as many toys as what she has. So that's the things that I know about the past that were very different to what is right now, what's in the current moment. What I wonder how my family's life changed over time. For example, my parents, my grandparents, we lived overseas in India, then Dubai, Bahrain, traveled around Europe and America, and then we came here. So I wonder about my family's life while they were living in all those different countries, what it was like. I wonder how has the place we live in changed over time. So 10 years ago when I moved here next to school, I live quite close to school, it was lots of farms and paddocks and cows and sheep. And now, 10 years later, there's so much development, so many new schools, so many new houses, wonderful resources like these lovely lakes and community centers. Very, very different from what I remember in the past 10 years ago. I wonder why technology has changed over time. Why did we have old phones that we'd pick up? So for example, I'll show you a picture here of a very old phone that I remember my parents using like this, like a dialing phone. I wonder why now I have a mobile. Most people have a mobile phone like this. It's new. They're made out of glass rather than plastic. And I just wonder why things have changed like that for technology. Lastly, I wonder how we can find out more about the past. So, what are some ways we can find out about the past and answer all these wonderings? Lastly, at the end of this week, after listening to a few books, interviewing an adult about the past, and researching, you would have learned some things. So, in this section, you can write 2 things that you've learned after we've gone through the process. Or you can keep it in draft and you can fill it in later. So, here are some examples just showing you what I know about the past, what I wonder and want to know about the past, and what I will learn. Okay, so at the end of the week, you can fill in that little section over there. I hope that makes sense for your activities, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of your KWL charts filled in beautifully. Thank you.